guys, hi good people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My good name is Georgina George. If it's your first time tuning in, kindly go and watch my other videos, like, subscribe and share. So today I have a very interesting video and it is about drum rolls, the nursing training in Germany. Yes, I am a nurse in training here in Germany and I like my journey and I love it. So, as you all know, in Kenya I studied something very different, but coming to Germany I had to restructure my life and look for something that really fit the market and also that could put me out there. That's why I decided to do something else. And I'm going to talk about today the vocational training or the Ausbildung that is so called here in Germany. So, Ausbildung in Germany is a vocational training program that takes 3 years. And in those 3 years, you will be able to do the theory in class and also you have to do the practicals. This new Ausbildung is now called as the General Ausbildung and many people are taking it and are doing it, and this means it is doable. At first, when I was about to get into it, I was so nervous and I was thinking like, how I'm going to do it, how am I going to do it, how am I going to pull through with the language, because you have to doubt yourself. And for me, I had stayed only for 1 year and I was supposed to go and do it. When I say supposed to do it, that was what I wanted to do and I had to beat all the odds and to get in here. So the Ausbildung, yeah, as I said, it goes for 3 years and at the end you become qualified nurse, and it's a general Ausbildung, meaning you go all round to the old homes, to the hospital, to the children. You'll do all these rotations and at the end of it all you are qualified to be a nurse. At the end of it all you will decide in which direction, Richtung, oh my goodness, in which direction you like to go, and it's a whole big thing that you have all the opportunities to choose what you really want to do. So another thing that I like about Germany, apart from the many opportunities, some of the Ausbildung positions or some of the Ausbildungs that are offered here in Germany, you get to earn something small during your training. Well, this is different, especially from my country, but also this also depends in which Ausbildung that you are doing. So for the nursing training program, for the nursing training, you get to earn a little bit of pocket money. I still say it's pocket money, or I still say something small during your Ausbildung, and this is totally to support you during your stay in Germany. For the 3 years, you still, when you're going for practicals, it's like basically you're working, but not working. It's training. And then you, at the end of the month, you get something small. This will help you to pay your rent, to eat, and also to support yourself in small things, which is normal for a human being. And this is some of the things that I really enjoy, and definitely recommend anyone else that is trying to do an Ausbildung or a training here in Germany. And then the other good thing is you don't pay anything to enter into these positions or to enter into this training. In my country, it's the other way around. If you're going to a vocational training, you pay money, you pay school fees. But because I've been in the system, I've studied in my country, Kenya, and now I'm also here in Germany doing a training program, and I didn't pay anybody. I didn't pay anything. But I'm gladly enjoying this process. So at the time of applying, I was about 6 months in as an au pair, and this is one tip that I gave you. If you want to do FSJ, start early during your au pair year to prepare for your next step. If you are in you're an au pair and you want to prepare yourself for Ausbildung, which is training program, you have to start early because the paperwork in Germany takes a long time, and because you're new and it has its requirements, you have to start early for you to fit in. By the time of application or the time of doing interviews or the time the Ausbildung starts, you have to be ready. You have to meet the market out there. You have to meet the requirements. So, 6 months in as an au pair, I had already started doing my research and asking people, and I was sure this is what I wanted to do. Even though being scared of blood, yes, but now it's gone. I enjoy my work. I started checking at the requirements. Most of the time I Googled and I ticked every box which I thought this will be a problem, and I had to work on it. The first thing was the language. For you to start your Ausbildung, a German knowledge is required, and this one, I kid you not, you have to be prepared. So the German requirement is B1 and the most recommended is B2. So at my point of my au pair year, beating the A2 bracket was really tough because I started again to do the German language. So for me, my goal was to do B1 and do it really well and really try to explain myself, to speak in German. And I used to practice a lot with the children. And so at the end, I had my B1 certificate. Number two that really encouraged me is the age limit. For you to start the Ausbildung, the age limit in Germany is between 16 years and above. You can start with 40, you can start with 30, you can start wherever. So for me, I fit the bracket really well. I was of age. I was of age to start my Ausbildung. Number three is you have to prove that you surpass the 10 years of studies in whichever country you come from. In Kenya, for example, we do KCPE, KCSE, and that marks almost 12 years or more of study. If you have done even university, it's still okay, but as long as you beat the KCSE mark and you have done it and you have the certificate, it's a proof that you have studied and for more than 10 years, and you can use that to take to the school. And that one, I also ticked that box. And to add on that, if you have done FSJ, that is the volunteering program, or the BFD, or even au pair, that's also an added advantage because you just need a recommendation letter, or yeah, you just need a recommendation letter, or when you're writing your CV, and I'll talk about that, you have to state what you have been doing currently. When I'm talking about Ausbildung, when I'm talking about this video, I'm talking to the people who are within the EU or in Germany specifically, and you are trying to look for Ausbildung. That is after your au pair year or FSJ or BFD. So if you did these volunteering programs, it is an added advantage if you mention it in your CV or if you also have a recommendation letter. Before applying for the Ausbildung, please kindly check for your Aufenthaltstitel, that is the residence permit. Before applying to this Ausbildung, because of the paperwork and how long it takes, you have to make sure you start early and make sure that your permit really goes in order with your applications. Don't wait too late that when you submit your Aufenthaltstitel that it is too late for you to get that opportunity. Please do it as early as possible for you to get inside there, because the thing is, the goal is for you to start your Ausbildung. It can be in nursing, it can be in IT, marketing, hotel management, whichever course you are trying to do. Kindly start early and make sure that your paperwork is in order, including the residence permit. After identifying the things that were needed and the qualifications that I needed, now it was time to apply. And I was recommended very many links, and this specific one that I'm going to put there about in the video. is the one that I use to find the hospital that I am working in. Applying, when you click to a specific hospital, or when you click to a specific organization, and when you check the qualifications that they need, kindly prepare the documents, starting with your resident permit, your language certificate, your proof of more than 10 years of studies. That includes your certificates from your former school. And remember, these certificates have to be translated or equated to the German level. I'll do another video to explain how you can do this, but remember, if your certificates are in English or in any other languages, they have to be translated and to be equated to the German level for you to know in which level you qualified in. Can be Realschule, can be Abitur, whatever grade that you have, whatever level that you are, it has to match the German system. This is because you are coming into a German system. You are coming into a system which you'll be learning in German. That is one thing. The nursing is in German. There's no way out. There's no way out. So the certificates have to be translated into a level that really matches the German system. That is very important. Another thing is you need a CV and a motivational letter. And this is where you forget your English and just try and do everything in the German language, because that is what you are getting yourself into, and it's a requirement and it's needed. After doing the application, and most of the time there is a link, you apply, you upload everything, and it is sent. After 2 weeks or a month, mostly it is 2 weeks, you will start getting feedback through your email address. And when you get so many invitations, and you'll get many invitations equivalent to how many hospitals, how many organizations that you applied to. And when you get these invitations, that's when you start preparing for your interview. Remember, the interview will be completely in German, and try as much as you can to express yourself with confidence and in the German language. You don't have to be completely perfect. I am one of the examples. I was not perfect, but I went there with my confidence and I got it. I got many denials, as well as I got many acceptance, and I had to sit down and really choose what really fits me and what I want, compared to the location of the organization, location of the hospital that really suit me. When you are applying as well, you will get interviews where you have to attend one-on-one, and some interviews will be conducted through an online link or a Zoom meeting. So whichever the case, however lucky you are, just go for it. Prepare for your interviews. Why do you want to be a nurse? Why do you want to train to be a nurse? Why specifically this school? And what is your motivation? These are some of the questions that you will be asked. Yes, so go for the interviews prepared, whether it's an online interview or when you are going one-on-one interview, be ready. One of the things that I'll really recommend, especially for those who are coming from au pair directly to Ausbildung, that accommodation is very important. You are coming from a family that has accommodation, and you are venturing into something outside here where you are alone. This is where you part ways with your family, and you have to look for something that, or an organization or a hospital that is willing to give you accommodation. Accommodation is very important, and it's really expensive outside here. So when you're a student and you live, for example, in student hostels, it's a little bit cheaper, and cheaper is relative, my goodness. It's a bit affordable. It's expensive but affordable. And also you can get a WG, you can get, there are many possibilities for you to get accommodation. But if you are transitioning from au pair to Ausbildung, kindly look for organizations that offer accommodations. And if you're lucky to get a WG, an apartment, it's still okay, but kindly check your organizations and the accommodations that they are offering. So as you are preparing to start your Ausbildung, remember you also have to change your documents at the embassy or at the Ausländerbehörde. These documents, the language, the accommodation, the contract, your passport, your CV, everything that you are sending to the school, most of the time these are also the required documents that are needed at the embassy. Remember, the embassy wants to know where you're moving to, because you have to show a proof of accommodation, a binding contract. If this is a Ausbildung that is going for 3 years, you ought to have a contract that is stating that your contract is 3 years and you shall be doing this training at this and this hospital. These are some of the things you have to present at the embassy, and the earlier the better, because you need permit from the embassy before you even start your Ausbildung. It's not the other way around, that you start the Ausbildung then you go to the embassy. No, you get the permit first, you get the documents from the school, and then you take these documents to the Ausländerbehörde, which is the embassy, and then you get the permit to study and to work for a period of 3 years in this and this Ausbildung, whether in IT, nursing, whatever Ausbildung that you choose. That is very important. Health insurance, because it's also needed before transitioning to Ausbildung. You have to change your health insurance from au pair and now to being a student or something like that. After getting clearance from the embassy and getting permit, now I was required to do some final touches of documents, passport photos, and some small required steps by the school, and then I got a place to start my Ausbildung. And since then, it's been a wonderful journey. I'm still enjoying, I'm still learning, I'm still also improving in my German language. Honestly, I'm enjoying the space that I am, and it's just an encouragement to each and every person who wants to try out. There might be doubt at the beginning, like with your language, but I still say use whatever you have in your hand and just do it. It is doable. I'm always encouraged by people who have done it, and I look up to them, and I'm still in the learning process. And hopefully I'm going to show you my journey on my routine during the praxis, because we have to be at the hospital and you really have to train as a nurse and do stuffs that are done in the hospitals. Yes, I'm going to show you my daily routine during practicals, and hopefully to share with you my journey. Thank you for this wonderful time, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. And if you need any help, you can just write down in the comment section if you have any questions. If you want me to talk about anything or share anything, I will gladly. Bye bye, and thank you for watching my video. See you on the other one. See you on the next one.